Hi, we're here at the 2022 Global Online Marketplaces Conference in Miami. Cecilia, thank you very much for joining me. Cecilia from iovox. Thank you very much for sponsoring the conference. We're very grateful for that. Now, what does iovox do?
So iovox is a leading call tracking and business analytics company. We basically provide trackable phone numbers to all sorts of businesses, so major marketplaces and property portals, to allow them to understand what's happening on their inbound phone leads. So obviously they have multiple channels that they track, like emails and form fills, but they also advertise a lot of phone numbers on their listings, and we provide those phone numbers to basically let them know what's happening on those inbound leads from consumers.
Now, when you say know what's happening, is it as simple as saying who called and how many calls they've received, or do you go into more depth around it?
Yeah, so you can sort of go as in-depth as you want to, really. The sort of basic bread and butter of what we supply is an understanding of the numbers, the number of the caller, the number that they called, the duration of their conversation, that kind of thing. So then you get a quantitative representation, essentially, of those inbound leads. If you want to move into more of a qualitative analysis, then you can also do that. So that would be conversational AI, so call listening using our Insights product. So by doing that, you can understand a little bit more about those leads, so their value, what the actual outcome of those calls were, and the value for you as a portal that you are delivering to your agents with the call conversions, that kind of thing.
So by conversational AI, do you mean I literally listen to the call, run it through some technology that will then help me grade the call from a hard lead, someone who wants to buy something tomorrow, right through to almost a tire kicker just asking some random questions? And it will do the analysis for me?
Exactly. So if you're recording calls that are coming through, so just turn on call recording either in iovox or in another system that somebody might be using to track calls, we can then take those call recordings, run them through a transcription software, essentially, which is going to apply machine learning and AI to look for keywords and particular phrases in those calls that give you a signal about what's happening. So those keywords are completely customizable. So you might be interested to understand what's going on. So say, for example, are we discussing a viewing of a property? Or maybe you are looking at understanding how well the team who's responding to the call is actually picking that up. So whatever is your measure of success or your measure of value, you can basically search that out by tailoring the keyword rules that you're applying to those calls. But essentially, yeah, it's preventing you from having to get somebody to listen to every single one of those calls and write down what's going on. And the result is then you can understand if that really was somebody who had a proper intention to buy, or somebody who was merely just asking for an opening times or that kind of thing.
So at the end of the day, what iovox provides is a way for me to do the analytics, to track the volume, which means I can work out the effectiveness of my marketing campaigns by channel, so I can use different numbers and so on. And then it can talk about the efficiency around that, around me analyzing the calls that come in. You can probably even start to analyze how well the person on my end is interacting with the caller as well. So that can then get filtered through your AI software, and then I can then take an analytical approach to grading leads so that I don't lose any business. So the way I'd summarize it is, you help me get more business by reducing the wastage in the whole process.
Absolutely, and you're basically capitalizing on something that many companies already have. So a lot of these portals and marketplaces are already tracking calls in some measure. And it's simply taking something that they already have and just exploding the amount of data that you can get out of it, and preventing those opportunities just from sort of slipping away into the ether, essentially. And ultimately also increasing their revenue by saying to their subscribers, hey, this is the value that we're delivering you. This is our ROI, basically. And these are the reasons why you pay the fees that we charge you, that kind of thing.
Fantastic. Well, I like what iovox does, and thank you very much for coming to the conference.
It's a real pleasure.
Thank you for sponsoring the conference.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you at another conference very time soon.
Can't wait.
Great.
Thanks very much, Simon.
Thank you.